I get the feeling you've been watched. And Edith Fritz!
Friday, Fanmail, Q&A. Lovely. For those of you who are wondering, this is the Sergeant Kyle that you have heard about in legend. He and I have been fighting side by side since we were both 18.
17.
And angry and young and in shape. He still is more or less in shape because he actually is a sergeant in the National Guard and a firefighter, whereas I work a desk job and have become a plumpkin. Anyway, as of next year, we'll have been fighting side by side for half of our lives, so... Unless we were 17 when we went... No? Were we? Oh, we were!
Yeah.
Yeah, we were...
You were still in
high school.
I went to college a year early.
Yeah. So now we've known each other for more than half our lives at this point. How did we live through our 20s?
I wasn't expecting to make it to 30.
Yeah. I was hoping to die of bacon overdose by the time I was 25.
I was expecting IEDs.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, on to the questions. Logan...
Yes!
Logan Kunkel. Dear Captain, what blaster would you recommend to replace the Rave in the Straven? Either the Crossbolt, or you can actually just print that part, actually. I think there is just a Straven stock, a Raven stock, that now just goes onto a strife that you can print off Thingamers. I think. Or just get a regulator stock. It serves the same purpose. Carl Larson. Have you tried Zatarain's root beer concentrate? Never heard of it.
How much concentration?
Yeah. Is it like, you just sip from the bottle, or... that sounds brutal. 1 part per million? What are we talking about? I mean, how much root beer am I getting out of my concentrate? How watered down is this Zatarain's? Details, man! Details! William Davis. Can you paint over vinyl dye? Yep. This is, in fact, black vinyl dye with... just duplicolor 2X or whatever Rust-Oleum paint right over the top of it. Works beautifully. The Library. That was a cool handle.
Yeah.
Does the double dealer really jam a lot, and can it be fixed? Yes, tragically it does. The whole dual mechanism and the fact that it's sideways, it jams a lot. I've yet to hear of anybody who says it doesn't. I'm sure somebody somewhere has the golden double dealer that never jams and thinks that we're all ridiculous fools for thinking that they jam. But they do. It's the downside of an overly complicated system, which having 2 magazines feeding into the same blaster is overly complicated. You probably could shore it up some way if you could, I don't know, do a more reliable feed, some kind of things to hold the darts in place better. But
how's the dual feed on it work?
It's 2 magazine wells coming in from either side.
That sounds like
a jam that's been specially engineered to jam whenever you look at it. Yeah.
Funny you should mention that. That's how the machine gun on my Bradley works. It jams frequently.
There you have it. It's actually a feature for historical accuracy. Sean Tennis. Do you think Nerf will make a rival Jolt? I really hope so. I want a single shot rival blaster that you just load from the barrel, because that would be so easy. I mean, you could run by and just jam the barrel down on a rival round as you went by. I would like to see one that was more like the Hot Shock than the Big Shock. So rear prime, just so you get the extra power rather than an actual Jolt.
It needs to have a ramrod with it.
Yes! A full-length musket. Somebody actually did develop those, and I do want to make one eventually. Matt B. Have you ever tried using ginger to help your motion sickness? I have not. I did date a girl who swore by it because she got really bad motion sickness when driving, and so she ate it all the time. I don't particularly care for the taste of ginger, so I just stick with the Dramamine. What about you? What do you do for motion sickness? Anything?
Vomit. I enjoy ginger. It comes free with my sushi. Motion sickness? What's that?
No.
That one of those happens.
You're one of those.
That's one of those things that happens to weird people when you're
So I
about to explode.
I can read while driving and not have any problem. I don't have a problem driving. I don't have a problem in a plane. I don't have a problem in boats. But if I watch a video game, I'll just throw up. It's weird.
They get better when they stop doing that head bob from the early 90s.
Yeah. Pixel Flow. Is anyone trying to develop their own Select Fire kits? Yes, I actually have one that somebody sent that will work in any kit that has a pusher. And I know of at least one person who's trying to develop their own Select Fire kit for the Strife based on the ones that are on Thingiverse.
Our arms room needs about 12 of these.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Printer's working overtime. It's 4 parts, and you have to print them all separately, so it takes for flipping forever.
How is it that we're living in the future? Why do we have replicators?
Because we are living. Well, this is the post-space age. We have been in space for 50 years. The fact that we don't have flying cars is why we forget this.
I'm disgusted. We got bored with the moon before we were born.
Yeah, it turns out there's no gold there.
I'm sure there is.
Somebody decided we weren't allowed to put, weapons on it or some such ridiculous nonsense.
That's silly.
I mean, it would take forever for a weapon to get here from the moon.
We need to go to war with Russia over the moon, on the moon.
I thought we don't hate Russia anymore.
Have you not paid attention to the news?
Oh, do we hate Russia again?
Yeah, we do.
Cool.
The Cold War started.
Sweet.
So is this Cold War Part 2?
Return of the Killer Cold War. I do have the sniffles. I blame Putin. Nerf Jaeger. How many Nerf rockets were in the last video?
13.
Jedi Leader 01. Have you ever seen or watched the show Forged in Fire? Yes. This man lives it. He is in fact a blacksmith. He has a forge. Apparently he has a YouTube channel, but are there any videos on it?
There's a picture. There's one of my tugboat before it sank.
Lovely. There's one of the unsunk tugboat. Neo Oxizer. Do you know if anyone has made a chain-fed rapid strike? I swear I have seen this, but I couldn't find it when I Googled it, so probably? Clockwork Nerf mods. Could I turn a Jet Blaster Katana Mag into a banana magazine? I mean, probably. It depends on how hard you curve it. It would probably work. You could probably heat it up, but most likely you're just going to end up ruining your Katana Mag. I doubt you'll ever get it to feed smoothly unless you've got some kind of a jig.
So, the reason why banana bags are curved is because bullets are pointy on the front? Nerf darts aren't?
Yeah, so the curved ones that you see don't ever actually feed quite as smoothly as you'd think because Nerf darts aren't shaped that way. But you could give it a try if you've got a lot of Katana Mags to spare. Sparky Santos. Do you consider sarsaparilla a root beer?
The definition there?
I consider sarsaparilla sarsaparilla. Or is it just root beer?
I thought it was a sassafras was the original root beer.
Yeah, but that's not sarsaparilla. That's sassafras.
Is it the same thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
Google it! I do love a good sarsaparilla, though. And have I ever had non-alcoholic ginger beer? No. You? Ginger beer?
Why would you have non-alcoholic? I don't drink it out of flavor. And don't drink it for the alcohol either, so...
Nope.
No.
Dragon Blaster 10,000. He's got a bunch of questions. 1. Do you play any Lego games? No.
Legos?
I play with actual Legos. Kind of like I don't play any sword fighting games. I actually sword fight. And do you play things like Call of Duty, or do you just actually be in the military?
Actually, I did like the early Call of Duty games because they were very realistic. When you zoomed in, it actually used the iron sights as opposed to what Medal of Honor did, which was... it was kind of upsetting. Now, Call of Duty is just as bad as anything else. But there was a golden age when it was okay.
Yeah, I hear it was actually played a lot by soldiers in war zones.
Halo more so than anything.
I believe that.
Very stress relieving. Very weird.
2. Whenever you get your Etsy shop up and running again, will you consider selling pre-cut lengths of K26 for blasters that you have tested and know that they can? Probably not. I mean, I don't have the source for K26 that Out of Darts does. He gets it by the boatload. He now provides me with all my K26, so He has some pre-cut ones. I know he does the Halo Boomco pistol as well as the Kronos now, and you could probably talk him into doing more because he has a source that can get them custom made, so he doesn't even have to cut them. They just come that way.
Come talk to Howling Wolf Ironworks. I have no idea what he's talking about, but I'm sure the blacksmith shop can set that up for you.
Probably.
Tell me twice as much as you're willing to pay for it, and I'll take the most money I can get out of it.
And 3. In the Star Wars universe, do you side with the Galactic Republic or the Confederacy of Independent Systems?
I like the battle droids.
I side with the Republic, but
Same.
When you get right down to it, they're both pawns in the same non-real war. Which is really brilliant. I mean, Caesar had to actually start a real war against real people. Palpatine just had a bunch of make-believe robots fighting guys grown in vats. But they're both manufactured armies for a manufactured war to get him into power, which is just brilliant.
And frankly, I mean, the amount of the base he destroyed was relatively minimal.
Exactly.
Drug the entire galaxy into a conflict, but it hardly actually affected any of the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. Remarkably little. I mean, a couple of planets got absolutely ruined, but there are millions of inhabited worlds, and it was key ones that got fought over just because you needed to make it look like the war was real, or nobody would have bought it.
It's unfortunate that, well, I agree that from our earlier conversation that Palpatine as a central character is masterful. He's in the background and is a driving factor for it, but Jar Jar. Why Jar Jar?
Why? Because we hated him anyway. They needed to give us a really good reason, as opposed to just, he's kind of annoying. No, it's he made Emperor Palpatine an emperor.
I love the Empire. How on earth could he do that to us? He be the creating factor for the Empire?
Because we're not supposed to like the Empire, remember? They're the bad guys. Nominus Prime. Do you even shave your beard? Yeah, I trim the sides and around the neck a little bit, but I haven't trimmed the main part in a while because this was my winter coat. It is almost, it's summer now. It will be getting trimmed.
It sheds naturally in June.
Yeah, it will be getting much shorter soon just because it's getting way too warm to be growing a scarf. Alpha. If you had an unlimited budget, what would you mod/make? Tanks and power armor.
Anti-tank rifles.
Anti-power armor artillery. Howitzers. I would like some Nerf howitzers.
Muzzle-loaded 6-pounder gun.
I actually do have plans for a Nerf howitzer.
How is the dart going to take the gunpowder?
That was a deliberate attempt on my life, sir.
That was the least deliberate attempt I've made.
George Omar. Could strapping a bunch of Lytate Claymores be an effective last stand option in an HVZ game? I think I've been asked this about 10 times. No, because you would have to pull the pin on each and every one of them, and then you would have to set off the pin on each and every one of them, and it's just not, no. Anasium, excuse me, my captain, but have you tried Bulldog root beer?
I'm thirsty.
Never heard of it. Nathan Palisian has a bunch of questions. 1. What level of spicy do you enjoy in food? Well, if you're talking like Italian spices, I love them. I am, of course, Italian, and I've actually been to Italy and tasted what a proper Italian spice tastes like, and I haven't found it here in the States yet. If you're talking about hot food, like Indian food, what's less than none? I don't like my food to hurt going in or coming out.
I'll take bland, please.
Yes, we are white men. We like our food. I like white bread.
Wheat.
Yeah.
Cracked wheat.
He's
With chunky, super chunky peanut butter.
Two. You love root beer. Do you also like birch beer and sassafras? Yes.
Honey beer.
Honey beer. Honey beer. Isn't that mead?
Well, yeah.
3. How do you think the handheld phasers from Star Trek stack up against the various blaster pistols from Star Wars? Well, I've mentioned in a number of videos that the Star Wars technology is about 20,000 years ahead of the Star Trek universe in technology, just roughly based on exploration of the galaxy and the unification and the fact that have actually explored most of it, not quite all of it, because there's areas where they just decided not to because it would spoil all the fun if they went in there.
The raw power aside, the purposes for these weapons are entirely different.
Yeah, the handheld phasers in Star Trek, the handheld ones were primarily defensive. Because they were supposed to be explorers. They weren't supposed to be full-on war weapons. They do have some fairly disintegrate everything settings. Whereas the blasters in Star Wars, I know people, they say that they're lasers, and Star Trek have mentioned that lasers are weak. They're not actually lasers. They're a form of high-powered gas. Yeah, it's a form of plasma, essentially. Very high-powered, the technology is not real. But they're not actually, light as focused through a refract, whatever laser actually stands for. They're a completely different technology. And some of them, of course, the civilian models in Star Wars are going to be weak because they're for the same thing. They're for, shooting womp rats or, defending yourselves. Whereas the full military issue ones that you see, like Leia's and Han's and the ones that the rebels are packing and the ones that the stormtroopers...
they're weapons of war.
Yeah, they are in fact weapons of war. They're designed to punch through the body armor that stormtroopers have. In the movies, people are like, what's the point of the armor if the bullets just go right through them? Well, most of the body armor we wear today can't stand up to full military-grade hardware. There isn't a bulletproof vest alive that can stand up to a Barrett. So, if that is the most powerful blaster that you have, obviously it's going to go through the armor. And obviously the rebels are going to be using stuff that can go through the stormtroopers' armor, or what would be the point?
Yeah.
There's a lot more... I don't know that there's a lot more versatility, because the blasters in Star Wars have stun settings, just like the phasers do. They do have that whole long... you hold down the phaser and it keeps shooting stuff. Which is a neat feature that you don't see in the blasters, which have, an actual bolt that a beam or whatever that comes out. So
one thing to bear in mind, just as anyone who's used real weapons or Nerf weapons, is these are all purpose-driven devices.
Yes.
And what they're designed to do is exactly what they'll do, and there's no one catch-all for every purpose.
He did say various, though, so, he is giving us the opportunity to expand, which we have done, I believe. Final question. 4. Breakfast sausages. Do you prefer links or patties? Yes.
Meat.
Yes? Meat. It depends on what I'm eating them with. If I have a French toast, I like patties. If I'm having pancakes, I prefer links.
I'm allergic to starvation.
Meat.
Ooh.
Lug. On to the loot! Move, march, loot, flag. None for you.
We didn't get to 5. You went over your page.
4 questions only. Better luck next time. Alright, now we get to the actual loot. There's at least one letter, as well as something that's letter-ish, and then a ridiculous number of packages, some of which actually came from my sergeant. He could have just dropped him off, which he did drop off some of the stuff, because apparently Amazon refused to send me more black 3D printing filament. The gray stuff he ordered, they sent it right here. The black stuff, like, no, he can't have it.
It would have been nice to only pay shipping once.
So, yeah. But we're going to start with the letters, because I always start with the letters. This is from a Caleb Leftis.
It's the plans to take over the universe, isn't it?
Pretty much. Hello, Captain X. I am Caleb. I was wondering if I could have a Nerf Strife. I'm a subscriber. Love your channel. I also thought you might want something to do with a Maverick. The design shows a Maverick with 4 10-round mags instead of the barrel mag. I see. So it's kind of like a Hailfire, but sideways. You could probably actually get a Strife to work like that. I don't know if you could do it with a Maverick because there's no bolt to go into the magazine. But, yeah.
Maybe you might be able to do it.
Is this some strange Masonic symbol? What's going on here?
It's a snail. It's 18. Tape measure?
It's in the middle, by the waterfall. No, it's left, or east, by some broccoli. Oh, you half-wits, it's left by a tree. Anyway, I like the idea. That is a neat idea. I've never seen anybody... I don't think I'd seen anybody... Oh, maybe I have. No, they had two hailfires side by side, pointing outwards. Mm-hmm. I've seen that, but I've never seen anybody try that. That would be kind of neat. Anyway, thank you for the letter, Caleb. I like the drawing.
The Mad Dog?
Bulldog.
Oh, Bulldog. Who makes that?
Bulldog.
Well, I mean, out of where?
Bottled by Orca Beverage, Inc.
Mukilteo. So
Mukilteo, Washington. Best if kept refrigerated. It's also probably best if you haven't replaced the actual root beer with IBC because you drank the Bulldog a week ago and just pulled the bottle out of the recycling bin. But you don't need to know that. I may have shown my hand. All right, we have something here from Ryan Engelstad that was sent to Medieval Village. Mm-hmm. It's making rattling noises. I don't know what's up with that. Life is sweet.
I'm scared. You got mail.
He sent me mail. He sent me...
That is the best fan mail.
That is the best fan mail. Tiny Lego letters. I have the coolest fans. I keep saying it. Luckily, I am in fact finally getting you your stuff. They're dry. I just need to reassemble them and mail them. So you'll probably have them sometime next fortnight.
That's 20 days, right? 20 days?
14.
14?
Yeah. 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
What should we open next? Here's the one from this schmuck.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no doubt that you don't.
Spliced into reaction shot.
It's...
I expect you to read it cover to cover so I can get it because I really, really want that book.
Legions of Rome, a definitive history of every imperial Roman legion.
Second time I bought it, first time I actually sent it.
What happened to the first one?
They sent it, or they listed it for cost the day it released, so I guess they probably didn't want to send it.
Rude.
Disappeared off Amazon the next day. It was weird.
For Louis, whose soldiers at my side, and Richard, who always fights the good fight.
Go to the plates. Go to the plates.
It's got pictures.
Mm-hmm. My question is, how did they come up with the data for the shields, though? Because I'm fair certain a number of the legions they list, they're not certain what their colors actually were. But I'll take it. I'll love it. I'll go with it.
That is pretty cool. That's similar to yours. Very, very cool. Thank you. I will, yes, once I've read it, I will send it on to you.
About 3 years from now, I'll see it.
Yeah. Oh, my...
About the time I bring you Rome back, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah. Whatever happened to my copy of Rome?
Well, I finally figured out it was in fact yours and I accidentally stole it. So,
aha! Vindication!
I'll get it to you.
Okay.
Also, didn't you steal Black Sails?
Yes! I'm holding it ransom. You will get it back when I get Rome, sir.
Fair trade.
All right, another package from Ryan Engelstad. No doubt it is awesome. Oh, look! A note. Castle Knights, beware! Open with caution. It took forever to get these creatures in the packages. Your friends, Engelstad's, TD, Minnesota. I swear, your stuff is almost done. They send me the coolest stuff.
I've noticed. Ooh.
You get one. I get one. Well, if you look at the series, it was all people in costumes.
Oh, okay. Hey, they got a couple of bricks.
Yep, people just as Lego bricks. I got the dragon dude. Which I think if I just put a red head on him, I can make it just look like a tiny dragon.
I actually like that one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This one is also pretty nifty. It'd be neat if I could find some way to make it look less like a guy in a costume.
They did furry Legos. That's weird.
Yep. Oh, they've done everything in...
Even have unicorn furries.
Yep. Those are awesome. I will put them in my castle somewhere, either seriously or farcically, one way or the other. They will end up.
The dragon needs a good place. Good job. I wish you didn't take the green drill. Cordless drills are a pain.
All right. We have a package here. Oh, I think I know what this one is.
Is that from Carl?
No. I have not seen that schmuck since I moved here.
Doesn't he work at the same facility?
He works at the same company that I nominally work at, yes. And yet...
Have you ever been to your office?
Twice.
Okay.
Sweet, buttery goodness, this man has sent me several letters. Well, this is a fabulous read. I'm not going to read it all because it's long and this video is already ridiculously long. But it is super cool. I love what you're doing with your local church and with the kids. And using Nerf for that. That is excellent. Chocolate Skittles do in fact sound horrific. The Great War is an awesome channel. I'm looking forward to the World War II version because Indy Night Owl is just such a great storyteller. Now let's take a look at what we actually have in the package. We have the Guts from a Titan, which are always welcome. What on earth happened there? And more importantly, we have another Titan rocket, bringing me up to 16 functional Titan rockets now.
It's more than the NASA program had.
What happened here? Like it was... Well, it is Florida. Did it get so hot that the end actually shrunk?
Does it normally have that hardened spacer?
Yeah, it always has a hardened spacer, but it's not usually sunken in like that. That is... fascinating. But the fins are in good condition. That is rare. The tape around there is just holding the head on, which I'll just glue it back on. But that is an excellent condition Titan rocket, sir. Thank you very much. I will get your Snapfire shipped as soon as possible. Ping me on Facebook and make sure I have your mailing address, because I tape over them and it's not always possible to take the tape back off. So that is awesome. Yes?
That is definitely good enough for me to peg a zombie at point blank range.
That was an Ultimator that you did that with.
That was impressive too.
That was. I think that story was on Storytime. Yeah. This is the sergeant who shot the zombie at point blank range with an Ultimator because
I saw him coming.
And the zombie did not see it coming, and it was magnificent.
It was
the
hard.
lieutenant and I laughed so hard.
It was hard work suckering him in.
Yeah. So we're gonna wait a little bit longer on that one. Okay. This one comes from the Netherlands.
How do you not get raided by customs?
Actually, my black market Mexican Lego goats did get sent back by customs the first time. Okay. A note. Letter for Captain Xavier. Hey, Chaylo, how are you doing? I'm doing lovely. How are you?
All right, I suppose.
He's all right, he supposes. Here is a list of everything in the box. A Stormfire knockoff for the light. I saw recently that some site where this gun came from in forest camo. Are we talking about this one? This isn't a Stormfire, this is a Fury Fire knockoff. Oh. No, this is the one, yeah, because it's got the light. Interesting. And it doesn't work. The cylinder does not rotate. Now this will be fun because the Fury Fire could take a K-26, so guess what's going to happen to this? Alright, we have some rival ammo here. It is not headshot, so Lord knows how well it will perform, but it's in the two colors that I like. And then there is this. A Gear Up Raider. Oh,
I
I'm sure I agreed to trade something for this, and hopefully he will remind me what, because otherwise, I'm a schmuck. I'm up to 3 of these now, though, so...
I can totally break this in combat. It'll be the second one I've run out. It's loaded.
Gave me a loaded gun? How did this not get checked at customs? Oh, right. Because this is America.
They gave him 2 of them at customs.
Here's your... Ooh, it's one of the... Feel the foam on that. I've seen a couple of these, and that is ridiculously... It's closed cell foam. It's not like Nerf dart foam. It's rigid. And it's a suction cup.
Yes.
So those are neat. Now I know where they come from. Apparently they come from the Netherlands.
Didn't you conquer an empire twice?
Yeah, and I never did get that axe I was supposed to be given.
When
ready to return, email me. No. That'll get cut. He actually gave his return address. Oh, what do we have in here?
What on earth did you do that?
I'm dead certain it's not supposed to rattle that much. There are lights in... No. That's the catch. Why is the catch in the handle? Trippy Maverick number 3. I'm not sure how it came to this, but all I know is it needs a lot of new components like new spring, O-ring, plunger tube, catch spring. Hope you can fix them and maybe even have fun doing it. Diagnostics and repair! Okay. What's this? How to play Star Strike, an amazing Lego board game. My X-Strike logo. Terribly amazing. Thank you. Note the last page. Ooh, he made a Lego me. And a Lego you.
Oh. Defective helmet.
What? Oh, yeah, the print's off.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is absolutely fantastic. Dear Captain Xavier, hello from the Sunshine State. I hope you like the Skittles. Skittles?
Skittles?
What's Skittles?
Was it a previous package?
Is that what the rattle is? This is full of Skittles, isn't it? If this is full of Skittles, I'm eating them. It would not, in fact, be the first time somebody brought me a blaster that had Skittles on the inside.
I know a 5-year-old. This can be accomplished.
I see no Skittles. Okay, so we have a Maverick that's half Sonic and half regular that apparently needs all of its guts replaced. All right. Pump action recon, obviously. It isn't pump action, but it would be a waste if you didn't know work. So I've sent it to you so you can work your magic. And as a bonus, I get a sweet video as well. Diagnostic repair. P.S. Your videos are almost as awesome as your personality. My personality.
They know so little about you, don't
they know nothing of me. This man knows everything.
They still think you're a good person.
I am a saint! I have built blasters for wheelchairs, sir!
That totally makes up for the 2 orphanages you burned down.
They had it coming. The heaviest patches, only the heaviest heavy that ever heavied heavily, deserves this patch. But you, yes you, with your modularity, your glorious beard, and your tactical tactics, have somehow gone beyond that and brought being a heavy to another level. You just wait until my power armor is done.
This guy's an officer. Everything he knows about fighting, I told him.
This is true. I hope you like this patch, as I did writing this. Well, that was absolutely fantastic.
It's a Soviet armored patch.
Yep. 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 That is pretty awesome.
Sad thing is I got a bunch of those rotted away in the yard.
What?
I believe this is for your board.
The board! A good 3.5 hours went into this board, and I don't regret a second of it. I hope you have as much fun with it as I do. I suggest you use mine as the template to make your own, because, you know, I want it back. I'll bet you do, sir. I will bet you do. I was not only lied to about the CPU. I was clearly lied to about the Skittles. Unless the Skittles came in a previous package. They keep sending me more Skittles. I can't eat them fast enough. All right. Well, I'm going to have to do a whole video just on this game because, yeah. Oh, right then. That is awesome. I look forward to playing that game. Okay, we're going to go other way.
Handle with care, he says.
This side up, he says. All right. This is coming to me from Robert Chartier.
Post Canada.
Good Lord.
One X Manta.
All right. We have patches. Oh, and a note. I found the note. Some patches my friend wanted to include. She also does custom work. If you're interested, I've included her card. She made the Parker Bros Nerf logo just for this package. Alright, this I gotta see. Muggy Latte Studio. Oh, I am so getting a hold of her.
We have some hourglasses that need made.
Yep. Tracer. Overwatch, yes. Nerf!
I'm actually
the
curious
old school Nerf logo. That is. Oh.
I remember that from the 80s. Don't look at it.
Tee. Oh, Capsule Corp.
Don't know it.
Dragon Ball.
Oh, that would look.
Oh, it gets old school.
AB.
Up, down. Do you recognize that?
I believe that is Star Fox.
Oh,
The symbol of the Great Fox.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Not as good as the original. But it'll do.
Oh, check that out. High School of the Dead? Maybe? Yeah, High School. I don't know. That's pretty awesome. And... Objection!
Overruled.
I object! Overruled. I object. Why? Because it's devastating to my case. Overruled. Good call. Ooh, Rebel holsters. These aren't hard to get a hold of. All right, let's start digging into what is in the bin. Because, good Lord. I'm sure I'm supposed to be trading this guy something as well, so be sure to remind me. We have a dart tag flag with no battery door. Which means I now have 6 of these. He sent me a Panther. Those things are worth their weight in platinum.
Don't worry, I just broke it.
Cool. Tiny air tank. Cool. Another Titan tank. Can never get too many of those.
One X Manta, half working.
One Manta, half working. Oh, I know. This was in trade for that monorail, which I have, and now I can send you. Oh, half a Manta. Cool.
Oh, okay.
I might be able to do something with this. Walcom has a broken one, so he might be able to make one between the two of them.
Interesting.
Oh, good Lord. This is what happened when you subcontract out to the lowest bidder. Another one! Good Lord. Now I have 7. This one has its battery door. Awesome. We've got a foregrip, which you can never have too many foregrips, and a stock. Lovely. We have, one of these shell magazines.
Ooh,
for Busby.
yeah.
The ones that take shells. Very nice. We have we've got a reflex. The Elite Reflex.
Busby had some really brilliant ideas. Unfortunately, getting parts for them seemed to be challenging.
The remains of a very heavily spring upgraded messenger.
It's a minimized messenger?
It's a minimized messenger. It can fire 1/3 of a dart. But it would work. That worked way better than it had any business working. That was... I want to try that outside. In the sunlight. We have a recon slide, which is awesome because I use them for everything. We have a what? Oh, this is what's supposed to fire that. Ooh, a Baron cylinder, I think. That's going to go straight. Oh, that is great. I'm going to give that to Brett to run in a war. All right, we've got some ammo belt. A sledge fire shell. Ooh. These things are hard to get anymore. Somebody wanted one. I don't remember who. They remember arrows. Lovely, lovely. Some bugs. With hairy feet.
Bah humbug?
A Tech 6. Most powerful weapon known to man.
Right,
I sent one of these. Yep. I sent one of these to a fellow nerfer in Australia. And because I had sent it to him, he ran it in a war and he won. Which is proof that the weapon can sometimes be just a handicap. Ooh, a tripled barrel for a Titan. Another sledge fire shell. Good. Or is this the same one? No, it is another one. Good lord. What is this?
Massacre Outbreak?
It's scrap. One lock and load. Oh. Sweet. Is that how it's supposed to work?
Well, that's locked.
That.
You got dart.
No, this will be an old school mega. This is pre-end strike. But I do have some. So this will end up in an episode of K26. Because that's where everything ends up. Very cool. I had not seen one of those before. In person. 2 pistol splats. Oh man, one in each color. These are actually paintball guns.
Yeah.
But they happen to be 50 caliber. Oh no, this one isn't. This one's actually for darts. Perfect seals on them. That's the paintball one. I did not know they made a dart version. That is pretty cool. Alright. 4 Walcom. 2 T-Blast Mega. Oh, it's the Ninja Turtle Mega darts. Every once in a while, I think I've got one of them, but the head's broken, and now I have them all. That is super cool. I suddenly realized that I see the blasters for these in Goodwill all the time, but they don't even have triggers. They're just pull and release. Right. Or if they have a trigger, the trigger is what rotates the cylinder. But it occurred to me, since they don't have any catch, that's one less thing you have to worry about for it to be able to take a K26. You don't have to worry about the catch can take it. Right. Which means it's quite possible that they are, in fact, can be ridiculously powerful. You'd just never be able to hit anything because you'd be pulling and releasing. But it'd be fun. And now I have the ammo for it, so I'm going to have to try it. More sledge fire shells. They sent me an entire set of sledge fire shells. That is awesome because I need to give somebody to somebody. And finally, what started this whole mess, 2 almost pristine. God, these barely look like they were ever used. Titan rockets.
We'll fix that.
Oh, yes. Oh, they will get brutally used in Titan Ball. Which is catching on around the country. Because Titan Ball is awesome. And you should all play it. So Titan Ball.
I'll wait for the Z version to come out.
Yeah. It's basically soccer, but played with machine guns and rocket launchers.
Well, like Captain Ball, but with less rules changing.
Yeah. We actually have changed the rules mid-game once. Anyway, this brings me up to 18. I believe when I have a full score, I will run a Titan-only loadout in a war. Nothing but rockets. I will get absolutely destroyed, but I will love it.
Let me know. I'll go as a loader.
The trick is I need to figure out how to hold 20 Titan rockets at once. Duffel bags or something. And, old school Mega Dart. By golly. It works. All
I
right.
don't think you're allowed to destroy that. That's.
I'm not going to destroy it. I'm going to bring it into the new age. Actually, the curator will probably see this and lose his mind if I say I'm going to, risk it, but it's not his. It's mine. It's missing the little sight that I assume pops up when you... That is really cool. All right, this was a particularly cool box in a list of particularly cool boxes. We're going to toss it all back in here. So much cool stuff. I will get you your monorail and probably a bunch of other things because there is just so much awesome in this bin. I probably missed more than one, honestly. We were flinging stuff about later. Anyway, they have sent me... They have sent me me. He's got a minigun. And body armor. And the backpack. They sent a Lego me. That is so cool. I will put him with the many other Lego me's that I have been sent, but this one is probably the coolest one yet. That is awesome. Thank you so much, whoever sent this. Since there's no note, and it's just from the Amazon fulfillment service. Whoever you are, you know who you are, and you know that you are awesome, because I just told you so. Finally, we have what I believe is going to be a truly, truly awesome package, because I think I know what's in here. This is from Sparky the Saint, who is my own private Lego Santa Claus. All year round. Oh, sweet Jesus. It is, in fact, the Lego Kingdom's Advent Calendar.
Christmas came early this year.
Like I said, did I not say it? My own personal Lego Santa Claus. The question is, do I save it till Christmas?
No.
You don't think I should save this until Christmas?
Maybe. I'll have to come and visit. Yes, you'll have to do the Advent days of Christmas this year.
What do you guys think? Save it for Christmas or ravage it now? Why are you out of focus? How long have you been out of focus? If you've been out of focus for this whole video, I'm going to plots.
Time to upgrade.
All right. That was a particularly awesome Nerf haul. 3 Titan rockets, rare blasters, awesome minifigures, darts, stuff. Thank you all so much for all of this stuff. There was some genuinely awesome stuff in this particular haul. Let me know. Christmas or now. Christmas or now. Thank you guys for watching.